All right, so what do you do if you're the hottest MILF on the block? You run like hell from all the boys. That's basically the entire narrative of this game. This is a silly game, but I'm casting it because my buddy Justice said, "Okay, you got to show people this one. It's pretty funny." So that's what I'm gonna do. We've got our buddy White Knight with his pantheon of Pegasus Knights chevroned up to the max again. He's got three of them with Alberic and two Paladins, and those those guys over there are going to be super hot for Morathi this entire game. And then my buddy MR is playing Dwarf. Nothing too crazy here. We've got Grombrindle showing no fear in the front line. Empire, this is Justice. He's rocking Karl Franz with his traditional Light Wizard and Jade Wizard. And then there's myself. I don't know what I was thinking here. I gave Morathi no air support. So she has no harpies, no manticores, no black dragons, nothing to protect her. All she has is her hot little ass and a speed of 105 to run like hell. So I was banking on being able to just kite everything, but well, she does have Malakos too, but it turns out like the Pegasus Knights, they're no slackers either. They've got a speed of 116. So good luck kiting that with your 105 speed. And Alberic, he just jacks up the speed of everyone else too. Maybe, Alberic is one of the less popular lords, I guess, with Bretonnian. I actually really like him, but if you check out his thing here, he's got Spirit of the Tempest, so it's plus 10% speed. So if you give plus 10% speed to a unit that already has like 100 and a jillion speed, they're going up to like 116. So they're super hard to kite. And I think if you're gonna play Bretonia, you better be prepared to deal with an air force. So either have some dark shards on the ground or have some aerial support. With that said, let's get the game on the road. Let's see what happens. So initial engagement, you've got like a shit ton of peasant mob, skeleton warriors pushing up to the front, high elves in the back line. They've got a steady diet of archers and spears, backed with Prince on a flying dragon. The Vamp counts Mortis Engine, Necromancer, and Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. I think this was when the Dragon Vampire Lord was first released, so people were probably still trying to figure out how best to use him. An initial engagement, Black Knights pushing up. Not a bad idea to get them stuck in early. I would be tempted to wait until the peasant mob had engaged first, but I guess he figured he could get a sneaky charge in here. Justice is right on top of it though. The handgunners recognize what's coming in, and going head first into some swordsmen is not. It's not going to net you that much value. Like if you look at that trade, this has worked out very badly for the vampire count, and without any chaff here obstructing the view, like Justice has a free line of sight with that net of Ammontok going down. Granted, Black Knights are not the heaviest, like the most expensive troop in the world, so it's not the end of the world to lose them. They're only 700 gold or whatever, but like 700 gold is 700 gold. Blood Vampire Lord trying to cover for his mistake here. He dives in, tries to support these Blood Knights, but Karl Franz is not having it. There's a little bit of trading of melee buffs and debuffs, so Helm of Discord and Stand Your Ground. So basically, Empire is losing some melee defense here. Sorry, melee attack, but they're picking up some leadership. So it's going to be a bit of a wash over there. Be interesting to see what happens between that Blood Dragon Lord and Karl Franz. But in the meantime, like this is where the real action is at. Like this is why you're tuning into this cast. It's the MILF lady running her ass off from like 10,000 freaking Pegasus Knights. I've got a couple Dark Riders with repeater crossbows. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe they can try and catch up and shoot them a little bit. I was like, nope, that's not gonna work fast enough. Like she's gonna die. So I go straight over to my buddy Justice and I drop them all like right at his doorstep. I'm like, you got a light mage, you've got a healing mage, like bail me out, buddy. And he did. So nice net of Ammontok there. Perfect use of it by Justice. And look at this. 1, 2 handgunners responding right away. and they are absolutely going to light up these Royal Pegasus Knights. So good job to Justice for recognizing that. Karl Franz is, I don't know, maybe scared off the Blood Dragon Vamp Lord. Things are looking pretty dicey on the right flank for the Vampire Count, which means that Karl Franz is free to help out over here. A huge Pit of Shades going down. I'm not sure who dropped that. And it doesn't look like it's actually zombies and peasant mobs, so probably a waste of magic right there. Dark Riders are kind of rushed over in a random fashion. They're not being used effectively, and look, they go right into the zombies. So a bit of mismicro from myself there. In the woods, however, the Dark Elf forces have pushed up. We've got 2 units of Bleak Swords going right in, 3 units of Bleak Swords pushing into the Spearmen, and some Harganeth Executioners going to work. And the rest of the forces will be creeping up on that left flank. So yes, the Spearmen are holding, but those are good engagements for me, and because of the tree line, I'm not getting shot. Over here, Alberic, he's been attacked by Karl Franz. The Pegasus Knights are running out of life because the Demis have now pinned them on the ground. Morathi, she's taking a beating, but she's still clocking it. And I think she's got where's she at? 600 HP. I should probably drop the Soul Stealer there just to give her a little bit of health. And don't forget, Morathi has some melee attack debuffs. So I brought with me. Let's just slow it down right here for a second here. I've brought, where is it? Heart, Render, and Dark Sword. -9 melee defense, -9 melee attack. So that is probably what kept her alive for a little bit there, along with the Soul Stealer. Those 2 very powerful buffs that can sort of tip the balance in your favor. Plus, she can dish it out too. 340 anti-large with Armor Pen. She's not just going to take it from these little Pegasus Knights here. And now she's on the hunt. Mama's coming for you, boys. You better run. Oh, I love Dark Elves. So those Pegasus Knights are going to be chased off the field. They're still really fast, though. So Morathi's going to have a hard time catching them. 105 speed to 105 speed. So that's even over there. Vamp counts are getting into the back line a little bit here, though. Black Knights have found the handgunners. And now I guess the few Pegasus Knights that had fled have rallied now. So it's looking a little dicey for Karl Franz. He's got Alberic, 2 Paladins, and still a screen of a couple of Pegasus Knights chasing him. But look at Justice with the killer micro just going around in circles in front of his handgunners, and my Dark Riders with repeater crossbows, and they're just trying to, take down as many models as they can. He's not worried about this frontline engagement at all. There's only peasant mobs, so nothing to worry about. On the right side, I got to show you this. This is crazy fun. So the dragon came in here to help out the spearmen because he figured they were in trouble. What he didn't see was this sneaky little assassin who was right there. He came over, dropped all of his buffs. He was a dirty little assassin with basically the whole kit. Let's see here. Yeah, plus 75 weapon damage. So he's hitting for 523 with Dark Venom. He can drop leadership, and he can drop melee attack and defense with Assassin's Trophy, right? So, it's as long as the assassin doesn't get knocked on his ass, that's a really good trade for me. And I think the prince probably didn't notice the assassin was attacking him, at least not at first. And probably it was attacking some Bleak Swords or whatever while the assassin was attacking him, and it gave the assassin enough of an advantage to just kind of do work. Meanwhile, Morathi is just chilling over here, trying to regroup, putting on some makeup, whatever it is that she likes to do to get herself ready to rend some hearts. And Karl Franz going strong here. He's still playing the kite game. He's not as fast as these paladins, so there's no way, he can kite forever. Speed of 90. These paladins got a speed of 105. So, he's probably going to drop. But this has been a very atrocious trade for the Bretonnians. They've lost pretty much all of the value of their army. They're down to 2 paladins. I think Alberic's died at this point. There is a Jade Wizard still here, so maybe they can pop a heal in. I think Franz is going to be looking to dive down, emergency landing here, to get the support of these Demigryph Knights, and that's exactly what he does. So brilliant play by Justice here. He puts his Demi Knights into combat, and then he pulls Karl Franz right into his Demigryphs. So super well played by Justice. And look, is he going to escape? Is he going to escape? Reichland Runefang pops a Faw's Protection. I think Franz is gonna flee, but he's probably gonna rally. You know, I don't think they have enough to finish him up. Oh, there he goes. He didn't even flee. Look at that. What a champ. What a champ. 323 HP left. Gonna pop some heals into him if there's any magic left. I know there were a few nets that went down and probably some other stuff. MR Defender, he's just chilling here. He doesn't have too much to worry about. Blood Dragon Lord, he doesn't know what to do at this point. He's just totally confused, but he's like, well, I'm a Blood Dragon Lord. I'll do what the fuck I want, and that's exactly what he's doing. Dark Riders with repeater crossbows. Looking for targets, not finding anything. At this point, balance bar pretty heavy in our favor. All of the high elf forces are basically in full out kite mode because they've lost all of their spearmen. All of the peasant mob are starting to flee. Morathi's running like hell. She was like, oh, maybe I can drop one more soul steal. You saw the circle there, but it's got a 5-second cast time, so I couldn't get it off in time. So I'm like, all right, one more charge. And oh no, the MILF goes down. But it was so worth it. It was so worth. Oh. Bye, MILF. So Albrecht got his chick in the end, but oh, what's this? What's this? That is a bad bitch. She had time to drop a little Doombolt before she was going down. Can she get him? Can she get him? No. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Too bad, because that would have probably 29 HP Albrecht. Oh man, he would have gone down to the grave with her. That could have been kind of chivalrous. Here, so little thing. This is a stupid thing, and at this point, the game is probably over. But like, if you look at these archers, they were probably on skirmish mode, so they just run straight backwards. But because of that, they're all balling. If he had, spread the archers out and fan them out in different directions, and like forced these units to engage differently, maybe he could have gotten a little bit more value out of them. Probably swing this Seaguard back just to pin them for a second, spread the archers, and then try and shoot in and do as much damage as you can. But game's pretty much over at this point. Balance bar is like, it's not hugely close, but like, yeah, at this point it's pretty much academic. Yes, I lost Morathi, but the rest of my army is very much intact, having taken little to no damage. Dwarfs are almost out of ammo, but they're chilling. The Slayers aren't even bothering to do anything at this point. Franz is still kiting like a boss. Foe Seeker, keeping him away from the Blood Dragon Vamp Lord. So nice play there again by Justice with this micro. And just dancing in front of the handgunners. The handgunners are no joke. Like, if you ignore them, that's 20 damage with armor pen. Over time, it's going to add up. So Blood Dragon Lord for not dropping some zombie summons over there just took a total beating. Yeah, he got Franz, but like, Franz had like 100 HP, 200 HP. The Dragon Lord had like, I don't know, 800, 900, maybe more before that fight. So like, not a good trade. Look at the handgunners. They used pretty much all of their ammo, and all of it was used in very like high value targets. So great job of Franz just cycling in front of them and just baiting out so much damage into these high value targets. So, all right, so into the battle screen. It was a really fun game. Holy shit. These Sisters of Singing Doom went absolutely off. 400 kills. They were probably just going to town on the peasant mob and zombie summons and everything like that. The Harganeth Executioners, they picked up a couple of chevrons. They were going into those high elf spearmen. Canine Assassin, too bad heroes can't get chevrons, because that guy, he deserved a medal for taking down the high elf prince. Morathi, she just distracted everyone with her sexy body, and it was a good time. And the dwarfs, MR Defender, look at these dwarf warriors also going absolutely off, picking up a couple of chevrons, mostly just cleaning up chaff infantry though. These Slayers were sleeping, they didn't have any real threats to deal with. Giant Slayers picked up a chevron. I didn't catch what they were working on, but I'm sure MR found a good target there, so good on you, MR. Justice, you saw the kiting play with Karl Franz. That was amazing. The handgunners were just lighting everything up. The demis were around when Franz needed to do a emergency landing. And very nice play with the Light Wizard and Jade Wizard, keeping everything alive and pinning those Cav in place early on, and the Pegasus Knights as well. Um, Grippin, he's, you got the Blood Dragon Vamp Lord. That's a lot of words. Pretty good. Sternsmen are always reliable. Can't go wrong with them. Claw of Nagash, I don't know what happened here. 0 kills. I'm guessing Justice sniped it out with his cannons, or MR Defender did that. So, um, that's if you lose that unit, especially without getting any kills, it's going to be a very, very big uphill battle for you. So maybe if I were them, I would have snuck him along the tree line. White Knight, this is where you see the triple peg Alberic dual paladin build. So, it was kind of gimmicky, but it made for a funny replay. And Commander Durpo, like, he got the spears going on, but he didn't have anything that could deal with, let's say, bleak swords, and no cavalry, no mobility. So there was some things that could have been done differently there that I think would have helped. Overall, fun game. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Okay, bye.